Welcome to Knowledge Hub, where curiosity meets discovery. Dive into a world of fascinating facts, mind-blowing science, and the secrets behind everyday wonders. Get ready to expand your mind and explore topics that spark your imagination. Let's unlock the knowledge together. Imagine a world where the moon has been obliterated by an alien, and in the midst of this chaos, a group of students, labeled as failures, is sent to a forgotten classroom near a mountain. These students, often mocked and ignored, find themselves under the tutelage of none other than the very alien responsible for the moon's destruction. Why would such a powerful being choose to teach a class of misfits? The alien, bound by a 10-year contract with the school, presents a bizarre challenge. If these students can manage to fire him within a year, he'll leave them alone forever. But there's a catch. He promises never to harm them, which raises the stakes. An assistant teacher, a perfect soldier, enters the scene, declaring that their mission is to kill the alien. He warns them that this creature is their enemy and that anyone who succeeds will earn a staggering reward of 10 million yen. On the first day, the students, fueled by desperation and a desire for recognition, launch a series of attacks. They try everything, but the alien remains unscathed, showcasing its incredible speed and resilience. Even the advanced weapons brought by the soldier fail to make a dent. The alien's regenerative abilities are revealed, but they come with a price. It slows down temporarily, giving the students a glimmer of hope. As the days pass, the students grow more determined. They set traps, devise strategies, and even enlist the help of a skilled shooter. Among them is Nagisa, who meticulously documents every plan in his diary. When some boys convince him to stab the alien with a knife, it seems like a foolproof plan. But when they detonate an explosive, they believe they've finally succeeded. To their shock, the alien emerges unscathed, having shed its skin, and now it's furious. It reminds them of the rules: firearms only, or else their families will pay the price. The next day, they try again, setting a trap with a net. But the alien dances around their attacks, almost as if it's toying with them. Just then, a new student joins the class, a brilliant strategist who is sent here after a dispute. He approaches the alien, extending his hand for a handshake. In a surprising twist, he uses concealed blades to injure the alien's tentacles, marking the first real success against it. This new student, once a star in his previous class, shares a story with Nagisa. He reveals how he stood up for a fellow student being bullied, an act of bravery that led to his downfall. Now, he's determined to outsmart the alien and prove that even the most overlooked students can rise to the occasion. As the battle of wits continues, the students learn that sometimes the greatest strength lies not in brute force, but in clever thinking and teamwork. They're not just fighting an alien. They're fighting for their own redemption. I never thought I'd witness something like this in my classroom. The next day, there it was, a robot. Not just any robot, but one designed for destruction. It sat in a box, armed to the teeth, and all I could think was, what have we done? Our teacher, the alien, had been a source of confusion and fear, but now we had a new threat. As soon as that alien walked in, the robot sprang into action, firing wildly. Panic erupted. We dove under our desks, hearts racing, terrified of the chaos unfolding. "What's going on?" we shouted. "We did our assignments. Why is this thing here?" It felt like our dignity was at stake. Our classroom turned into a battleground. Then, the alien teacher stepped forward, calm amidst the storm. "Listen," it said, "you're scaring the students. If you want to take me down, you need allies. Union is strength." It was a strange twist, this alien urging a robot to make friends. But somehow it worked. The robot started sending messages to our phones, and slowly, we began to see it differently. Days passed, and we accepted it. We laughed, shared stories, and even started to trust this machine. But then a new student arrived. He boasted, "I am very strong. I am very strong." His trainer was right behind him, bragging about how skilled he was. But what really caught my attention was what he said next. "That alien teacher is my sibling. I'll prove I'm stronger." And just like that, the atmosphere shifted again. A fight broke out. Tentacles erupted from the new student, and the alien teacher looked stunned. I couldn't believe my eyes. This was no ordinary classroom brawl. It was a clash of power and identity. The alien teacher fought back, but the new student was relentless. Tentacles whipped through the air, and we were all frozen, caught between fear and fascination. This was more than just a fight. It was a battle for dominance, a test of loyalty. Who would win? The alien teacher, with its wisdom and experience, or this new student, fueled by ambition and a desire to prove himself? In that moment, I realized we were all part of something bigger. It wasn't just about the robot or the alien teacher. It was about us, our choices, and the alliances we formed. The classroom had transformed into a stage for conflict, and we were the audience, witnessing a showdown that would change everything. I never thought I'd see the day when a robot would be sitting in our classroom, but there it was, contained in a box, armed to the teeth. It was created for one purpose: to eliminate our alien teacher. The moment that teacher walked in, chaos erupted. The robot sprang to life, firing wildly, and we all dove under our desks, hearts racing, terrified of becoming collateral damage in this bizarre showdown. As the smoke cleared, anger bubbled up inside us. We had done our assignments, followed the rules, and yet here was this machine, threatening our safety and dignity. Why was this robot sent? We shouted, frustration spilling over. We felt betrayed, like pawns in a game we didn't even understand. In a moment of collective defiance, we chained the robot down, determined to take back control. But then, the alien teacher stepped forward, calm amidst the chaos. "You've shown your wrath, but fear won't win this battle," it said. "If you really want to take me down, you need to unite. Strength lies in numbers. Befriend the robot, and then we can tackle this together." It was a strange proposition, but desperation makes you consider the unthinkable. Days passed, and the robot began sending messages to our phones. Slowly, we started to see it differently. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a potential ally. We began to bond with it, sharing jokes and stories, and before long, it felt like part of our class. The tension eased, and we were no longer just students and a machine. We were a team. Then a new student arrived, boasting loudly, "I am very strong. I am very strong." His trainer followed closely, bragging about how he had been trained to be the best. But then he dropped the bombshell. "That alien teacher is my sibling. I'll prove I'm stronger by taking it down." A fight broke out, and I could hardly believe my eyes. Tentacles sprouted from the new student, twisting and writhing like something out of a nightmare. The alien teacher stood frozen, shock etched on its face. The classroom transformed into a battleground, filled with shouts and the sounds of struggle. As the fight raged on, I couldn't help but feel a mix of fear and excitement. This was no ordinary day at school. It was a test of strength, loyalty, and the bonds we had formed. Would we stand together against this new threat, or would we crumble under the pressure? The outcome was uncertain, but one thing was clear. We had to fight for our safety, our dignity, and our future.
I never thought I'd find myself in a classroom where the stakes were this high. Our mentor, with a smirk that sent chills down my spine, told us we had to train again. But this wasn't just any training. It was a race against time. He dropped a bombshell. He was here to destroy the world. And the only way to stop him? Defeat him in a challenge. A week. That's all we had. A week to prepare ourselves for the impossible. Each of us would get one-on-one training, and I could feel the pressure mounting. The government was watching our every move, reviewing our progress like hawks, ready to replace our ex-assistant with a soldier. It felt like we were being set up for failure, but we had no choice but to push through. Then there was Krish. She was struggling, her spirit dimming with each passing day. I could see it in her eyes, the doubt, the fear. During one of our training sessions, she broke down, saying she couldn't continue. It was heartbreaking, but the soldier, the new trainer, didn't show any mercy. He pushed her harder, demanding more than she could give. I wanted to scream, to tell him to back off, but I knew I had to stay focused. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, our previous trainer stepped in. He wasn't going to let Krish be crushed under the weight of this challenge. It was a tense moment, and I could feel the energy shift in the room. A challenge was thrown down, and suddenly, it was my turn to step up. Nagisa, that's me. I was chosen to confront the new trainer. The fight began, and I felt every ounce of doubt creeping in, but I couldn't let it win. I had to channel all the training, all the pain, and all the fear into this moment. We clashed, and for a brief moment, I felt overwhelmed. But then something clicked. I remembered why we were here. What was at stake? I pushed back, finding my rhythm, my strength. With each move, I could feel the tide turning. I gained the upper hand, and it was exhilarating. I wasn't just fighting for myself. I was fighting for Krish, for my classmates, for the world we were trying to save. This wasn't just about defeating a mentor. It was about proving that we could stand up against the darkness that threatened to consume us. As I pressed on, I realized that this was more than just a challenge. It was a test of our resolve, our unity, and our determination to fight back. And in that moment, I knew we had a chance to train harder, to believe in ourselves, and to face whatever came next.
Rain drizzles down, creating a gloomy atmosphere, but inside the classroom, things are about to get wild. Our alien teacher, who once seemed so eccentric, is acting weirder than ever. The students are restless, boredom creeping in as the minutes drag on. But then, a light bulb moment strikes. What if defeating this alien could lead to unimaginable wealth? The thought electrifies the room. Suddenly, the alien challenges us. He declares he'll destroy the world unless we come up with a plan to stop him. The stakes are high, and the tension thickens. But wait, there's a twist. He offers the top student a chance to shoot one of his tentacles to slow him down. It's a risky move, but we're all in. With a mix of fear and excitement, we strategize, and when the moment comes, we hit our target. But just as we think we've won, he vanishes, leaving only his head trapped in a glass container. Then, out of nowhere, a soldier bursts in, claiming he's mixed a virus into the water supply. Panic sets in, but one brave student stands up, declaring they have a vaccine. The alien will perish in 3 days. The clock is ticking, and we can feel the pressure mounting. As the conflict escalates, Nagisa, our fearless classmate, takes action. Following our teacher's advice, she cuts off one of the alien's tentacles. It's a bold move, and we can't help but cheer her on. But when we return to class, we're met with a new trainer who demands the alien's head in exchange for the vaccine. We refuse, laughter bubbling up as we mock him. Who does he think he is? We've faced an alien teacher and survived. This isn't just about the vaccine anymore. It's about standing our ground. The battle isn't over, and we're ready to fight back. The rain may be falling outside, but inside, we're gearing up for the showdown of a lifetime.
I never thought I'd find myself in a situation like this. The military had given us a choice: surrender the alien teacher who had opened our minds to new possibilities, or face the consequences. We were terrified, but we knew we couldn't betray him. He had taught us so much about strategy, resilience, and the importance of standing together. When they led him away, I felt a knot in my stomach. They placed him in a room rigged with explosives, a cruel twist of fate for someone who had dedicated his life to teaching us. As the countdown began, I could see the pride in his eyes. He believed in us, even in that moment of despair. He had watched us grow from unsure students into capable individuals, ready to face the world. Then the explosion. The shockwave hit us like a punch to the gut. We stood there, frozen, grappling with the loss of our mentor. The room filled with dust and debris, and for a moment, I thought we had lost everything. But then, amidst the chaos, he reappeared. It was as if the explosion had only been a temporary setback. He joined us in our grief, reminding us that even in the darkest moments, we could find strength in each other. We gathered ourselves, wiping away tears, and realized that our journey wasn't over. The alien teacher was still with us, and he had more to share. We dove back into our training, this time with a renewed sense of purpose. He taught us military tactics, not just for the sake of combat, but to understand the art of strategy and the importance of making choices in the heat of battle. Each lesson was a blend of wisdom and humor, as he challenged us to think critically and adapt. We learned how to anticipate our opponent's moves, how to work as a cohesive unit, and how to turn our emotions into fuel for our determination. The bond we formed during those sessions was unbreakable. We were no longer just students. We were a team, united by our shared experiences and the lessons we had learned. As we trained, I realized that the alien teacher had given us more than just military skills. He had instilled in us a sense of purpose and a belief in our potential. We were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, armed with knowledge and the strength of our camaraderie. In the end, it wasn't just about survival. It was about growth, resilience, and the power of connection.
If you enjoy what you see, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support means the world and helps us create even more amazing content for you.